Good morning to all. Myself, Nitisha Soni, Assistant Professor in Nursing Department in RPIIT Technical and Medical Campus, Karnal. Today, we will discuss about abruptio placenta. Now, first is introduction. Placental abruption is premature separation of placenta from the uterus. In other words, separate from before childbirth. Now next is incidence rate. It is seen 1 to 3% of deliveries and accounts for 2 out of 3 cases of antepartum hemorrhages. Recurrent rate is about 5 to 17% after the first episode and about 25% after the second. Next one is etiological factor. Now first is etiological factor is maternal hypertension, second is multiparity, third one is poor nutrition, that is folic acid deficiency, next is decompression of polyhydramnios, short cord, tension of uterus. Next is blunt trauma, that is accident, fall and domestic violence. Next etiological factor is drugs, that is cocaine and methamphetamine. Next one is types. It is divided into 3 types. One is revealed, second is concealed and third one is mixed. One is revealed. Now we will discuss what is revealed. Revealed, the blood comes downward between the membranes and decidua. It occurs at the margin. Second one is concealed. The blood is collected in between the membrane and decidua. It occurs at the center. And third one is mixed. In this type, some part of the blood collect inside, concealed, and part is expelled out, revealed. That is a near margin, that is called vaginal bleeding, and that is central margin, that is called pocket blood. Next one is risk factor. History of placental abruptions or previous cesarean section, preeclampsia, uterine anatomy, that is bicornuate uterus, and third last is short umbilical cord, prolonged rupture of membrane, multiple pregnancy, cocaine and tobacco abuse, maternal age, pregnant women who are younger than 20 or older than 35 are at greater risk. Next is classification of placental abruptio. Classification of abruptio is, clinical classification is as follows. Class 0, that is asymptomatic. Class 1, mild, represent approximately 48% of all cases. Class 2, moderate, represent approximately 27% of all cases. And Class 3, severe, represent approximately 24% of all cases. Class 1 characteristics include the following: no vaginal bleeding to mild vaginal bleeding, slightly tender uterus, normal maternal BP and heart rate, no coagulopathy, no fetal distress. Class 2 characteristics include the following: no vaginal bleeding to moderate vaginal bleeding, moderate to severe uterine tenderness with possible tetanic contractions, maternal tachycardia with orthostatic change in BP and heart rate, fetal distress, hypofibrogenonemia. Class 3 characteristics include the following: no vaginal bleeding to heavy vaginal bleeding, very painful tetanic uterus, maternal shock, hypofibrogenemia, coagulopathy, fetal death. Next one is sign and symptom. What is the sign and symptom of placenta abruptio? It depends on degree of separation of placenta, speed at which separates occurs, amount of blood concealed inside the uterus cavity. Next one is silent symptoms. Silent symptoms that revealed and concealed. Vaginal bleeding. This is silent symptom. Revealed, usually slight, continuous, dark red, rarely severe bleeding. Concealed, absent but present in case of mixed. Next silent symptom is abdominal pain. It includes revealed, no severe pain but discomfort, and concealed, acute agonized pain present. Next one is shock. It is absent in revealed and present in concealed but is moderate to severe. And anemia. It is absent in revealed and always present in concealed. Per abdomen uterus. It is localized uterine tenderness. Fetal presentation as usual. FSH is present in revealed. Tender, tensed, hard with rising fundal heights. FSH is not audible. Fetal part is not palpable in concealed. Urinary output, that is silent symptom, normally is present in revealed and usually diminished in concealed. Bulbar inspections, slightly to heavy bleeding in revealed. Bleeding is absent in concealed. Next in diagnose. Diagnose is laboratory test, that is CBC, PT1 and creatinine. Fibrinogen level, imaging, transvaginal ultrasonogram and transabdomen ultrasonogram. Complication. Maternal complication that including shock, blood coagulation disorder, coagulopathy, oliguria or anuria, postpartum hemorrhage due to atone of uterus and puerperal sepsis. Fetal that include is prematurity, anoxia, fetal death. Next one is prognosis. Prognosis. Nowadays, maternal death due to placental abruptions are rare. The fetal prognosis is worse than the maternal prognosis. Approximately 12% of fetus affected by placental abruptions die. 77% of fetus that die from placental abruptions die before birth. The remainder die due to complication of preterm birth. Next is prognosis is outcome for the baby. Also depend on the gestational age. Next one is management. Immediate delivery of the fetus may be indicate if the fetus is mature or if the fetus or mother is in distress. Next management is blood volume replacement to maintain blood pressure and blood plasma replacement to maintain fibrinogen levels may be needed. Next is vaginal birth is usually preferred over cesarean section unless there is fetal distress. Cesarean section is contraindicated in case of diminished intravascular coagulation. Next management is excessive bleeding from uterus may necessitate hysterectomy. Next is on the basis of severity. Mild abruptions. General treatment and investigation are performed. Observe the patient and monitor carefully labor and delivery. IV drip start with linger lactate, normal saline, DNS and make arrangement for blood transfusion. Position the patient in left lateral position. Moderate abruptions. Performs amyotomy and initiate an oxytocin induction after taking general treatment and investigation. Vaginal delivery is attempted first if the uterus feel hypotonic during labor or sign of the fetal distress appears. Delivery immediately by cesarean section. Maintain IV fluid. Blood transfusion is given. Severe abruptions with death fetus. Severe intravenous access and obtain sample for investigation. Start IV drip. Give appropriate IV fluid. Catheterize the patient and monitor urine output, which should be maintained 30 ml per hour. Oxytocin may be given to induce and sustain labor. Destructive operation is done to extract fetus, otherwise severe abruption with live fetus. Next is Journal measures are as previous. Next, at least 4 units of blood is kept ready after grouping and cross matching. CS means cesarean section must be performed if cervix is not dilated and sign of fetal distress is seen. Maintain IV fluid, crystalloid, colloid and blood as necessary. Monitor vital sign, FHS and urine output every 1 to 2 hourly as needed. Next one is prevention. Avoid tobacco, alcohol and cocaine during pregnancy decrease the risk. Staying away from activity which have a high risk of physical trauma is also important. Women who have high blood pressure or who have had a previous placental abruption and when to conceive must be closely supervised by the doctor. Maintain a good diet including taking foliated regular sleep patterns and corrections of pregnancy induced hypertension. It is crucial for women to be made aware of the sign of placental abruption such as vaginal bleeding and that if they experience such symptoms they must be get into contact with their healthcare provider, the hospital without any delay. Now, today we will discuss about abruption placenta. First is introduction, incidence rate, risk factor, diagnostic evaluation, clinical feature, depend on the severity of types of degrees, types of placenta abruptio, management. Thank you.